Hey YouTube, this is a quick review of the Nebo Protec Firearm light. It's the Elite HP190. I'd seen a few videos on this, but I just wanted to point out some things that weren't shown on any others, and weren't shown on the videos, and weren't shown on anything that I read online about this product. Now it's a very simple mount. Takes one battery. You remove the front light here. Takes a CR123 battery, 123A, and it's got a nice O-ring on it, so it keeps it fairly watertight. Then the one thing I noticed here, it's basically got fits in the Picatinny rail that's on the bottom of the gun. Mounts pretty easily. The only thing I noticed was that this is way at the front, so when I go to mount it, at least on my gun, which is the XDM, I noticed that it only fits in the front rail. I was hoping to have it back one more, but I guess because it is proud of the front of the gun, it's a good thing for a push-off. So, and it's simple enough, mounts on, clips in place. That was the only other thing I noticed too, is when I put this on the gun, get it on there nice and tight, that there was still some rock on it. I guess if this were the laser version I'd be concerned, but being the flashlight version, it's not that big a deal. Again, this gun is cleared. There are no rounds in the gun. The other thing I wanted to point out was on this, and they don't point it out anywhere in any video I've seen, is here's your on-off lever. So you push from this side on, the light comes on. Nice 190 lumen beam. Really nice intense light. The one thing I noticed is when you flip it off and flip it back on, within 4 seconds you get a strobe effect. Strobe is great, but now the big thing to remember here is the thought was, at least to me, was you turned it on once, it was regular. You turned it on again, it was strobe. Well, I think I'd want this to be starting in strobe, but the way this works is if you don't turn it back on after you've been in your regular cycle, within 4 seconds you don't get strobe. So if I shut this off, count 1, 2, 3, 4, I put it back on, it's on regular. So it doesn't automatically kick into strobe first. You've got to flip it off and then back on within that time. The one thing I liked about this is I am a lefty, so this doesn't really, I can't turn the light on with my left hand, but when I've got the gun in my regular grip, I can hit that switch with my thumb, and I can still hit it with the finger here to turn it off. So I can do the back 4th cycle and be able to quickly get my finger on the trigger once I've identified my target. And that's what this is all about. This is the next to the bed gun, and I want to be able to pull my gun out, but I need to identify the target. We don't want to be shooting family members in the face for no apparent reason when we could quickly turn a light on, identify the target, and then determine whether a round needs to be fired or not. So I just wanted to quickly point that out. I think this thing was only about 35 bucks. Pretty decent price considering I've seen some out there for as high as 130, 150 for basically 190 or 220 lumen flashlight that mounts on the gun basically the same way. So just wanted to give you a quick video update on that so you'd understand how this thing works before you go out and buy one. Haven't taken it to the range and shot with it on there yet. Probably won't. This is going to be a protection light. I'll probably take it off when I go to the range. There's no reason to have it on there unless there was a laser coming out of the end of this. It's not for targeting. It's just basically for target identification. And I think we all need that on any type of firearm that is going to be sitting next to your bed. You're going to be in a dark situation, you need to be able to turn this on. Or if you're going to clear a house, you hear a noise, you want to be able to have that light on. So, thanks for watching. I hope you